The best method is brushing. The lightly side spin top spin. Brush. Serve a heavier side spin top spin. Brush. Then a side spin back spin. Still brush it. Try a hook serve. Always brush. Hook side spin top spin, brush. Brushing solves all of these problems. It's about your contact feel. It cannot be pure hitting. Right now many players at contact try to use force. But in reality, they didn't brush the ball. They miss the first receive, then think, I'll go lighter. The contact turns into a touch, and they miss again. Then they panic and switch to pushing. This is a common pattern among many players. A vicious cycle. Let me explain this to you. Today I bought a training prop. I spent a lot of money, 59 RMB. A lot of people are like this now. That is pure hit. Brushing is like this. Just brush, try not make any sound. Much better, no sound at all. Try it with your forehand. Your forehand isn't that stiff. Relax, and you'll feel the brushing. Your backhand brushes worse than your forehand. That's where the problem is. Why did we just demonstrate this? Why can all types of spin be handled through brushing? Can all be looped with almost the same motion and still produce spin? If you send me a very spinny ball, for example, one with heavy spin, I stay relaxed. You see my wrist shake. With a brush, the ball still goes over. It's just less aggressive. That one brushing action is enough. Side spin top spin won't go out. Side spin back spin won't go into the net. Why do you make mistakes when facing spin? There's only one reason. Your brushing feel is poor. Then why is your top spin okay? You can rally top spin with others. Forehand and backhand both work fine. You can exchange several shots, so why do you miss in matches? It's actually about the contact at the instant you touch the ball. The moment I contact it, there must be friction, not impact. You need to brush. Even players with poor forehand brushing, their first contact looks like this, then it becomes like this. But table tennis balls are round. So when we contact here, we need a curved brushing path. The same applies to the backhand. It's not like this. It's a curved brushing motion. A curved brushing path. This is all about angle. What we're really studying now is what actually affects your brushing feel. Not enough acceleration. Not relaxed enough. Too stiff. Listen to this brushing. The pure brushing, there's almost no sound. For example, players with good serves, their hook serve feels like this. Poor ones are not smooth enough. Not relaxed enough. We always think using force creates brushing. But that's not true. The more force you use, the moment you tense up. When the racket gives the ball power, it creates more direct impact. Once you hit first, it's already too late to add spin. If you can stay relaxed, it's really that simple. Separate your wrist from your forearm and relax. Then start rotating. Add speed, and the attack comes naturally. The first step must be done right. Most players have poor positioning when receiving sidespin underspin, so in the end, they just push, or they manage to loop it, but they loop it like this, with no quality. You can't compare that to the quality of my loop. When you can't read the opponent's serve, add spin. That alone is enough to force them to miss. So in my opinion, right now, the first thing is to soften your hand. Let it rotate. That's the key. You must stay relaxed. Using only the upper arm basically doesn't work. Using the forearm alone only works sometimes. Using the fingers and wrist to drive the arm always works. With the upper arm, you can't loop it up. With the forearm, you can loop it if there's weak spin. With fingers and wrist, I can loop it whether it spins or not. First, let's talk about situations where you can read the spin. The first thing is you must lift your hand. Then brush. There must be wrist action. Without wrist action, it's very easy to hit it out, even if I don't apply force. Once there's impact, the combined force will easily send it long. So when you touch the ball, the first thing must be brushing. That's the first point. Second point, don't take a big backswing. Treat it like a defensive shot. That way you won't eat the spin. If you do this, when the ball comes and you pull back, you and the ball create combined force. Then it's very easy to go long. First act like a rebound board, then add force in the later phase. It won't go out so easily, and you can still add quality. Watch the wrist snap. You try it. Try side topspin first. Right, don't pull with the arm. The brushing action can't be slow. Let's try side top or side backspin. For side backspin, you must drop it down. Brush to create an arc. Then for side topspin, start from behind without a big backswing. Close the racket and rotate forward. You must make a firm decision. Are you receiving it as topspin or backspin? Don't hesitate, right? People often hesitate here. Right. Nice. You misread the spin. Why does it go into the net? Your first contact isn't brushing, it's impact. After the ball comes, you impact it. Then you try to brush. Impact first, then brush, it's useless. The first contact must brush against the incoming ball. Look at this wrist brushing, no matter what spin it is. The first thing I do is brush. If you brush after hitting, it's already too late. Your brushing timing is wrong. Too tentative. Then you immediately stop daring to brush, and switch to just hitting. You can't hesitate. Side top, side back. You must make a firm choice, even if you miss. That's a prediction problem, but your technique must not break down. Dare to execute the motion. Yes, add brushing. Your center of gravity is too high. First, the center of gravity is too high. Second, the hand. These two aren't coordinated. When I loop, I drop down. Right now, your body is completely upright. Your hand and body aren't working together. You're also a bit tense. Is it because missing one side backspin makes you even tighter? Look, now your arm is pushing. So this ball can't be brushed up. You didn't brush it at all. So what do you do here? Hang the wrist and snap it, then it goes up. Make the motion smaller and faster. Hang the wrist, snap the wrist, rotate. Look at how relaxed the wrist is. The more you fail, the tighter you get, and the more balls go into the net. Everyone, especially on the backhand, must get the wrist rotating. That's how you brush the ball. Smaller motion. Too big, smaller again. Focus the power in the wrist. Lift it up with the wrist. Add a bit of forearm. The best way to solve it is brushing with the wrist. Lift it up. Because with heavy backspin, you're easy to get stuck. So a big backswing actually doesn't help. Make the motion smaller. Look, he gives you speed. You give him spin.